What's up, legends? Welcome back to Comic Vortex, where we take the craziest matchups the multiverse never gave us and make them fight anyway. Today, I will show you the only 15 characters who could beat Dream, the god of stories, the master of dreams, and one of the most abstract beings DC has ever created. For those who don't know Dream, he is one of the endless, eternal beings who embody fundamental forces of existence. His domain is the dreaming, the realm that touches every mind across the multiverse. Gods, demons, mortals, and even cosmic entities are part of it because, as long as something can be imagined, it belongs to Dream. In Season of Mists, Lucifer abandoned Hell and handed Dream the key, forcing every pantheon, from angels to Norse gods, to negotiate with him. In Dream of 1,000 Cats, he revealed reality itself once belonged to cats until humanity dreamed it differently, showing that dreams can reshape creation. He has imprisoned Hell Lords like Azazel inside dream dimensions. He has also stopped dream vortexes, which threaten to unravel the entire multiverse. He governs the stories, hopes, and nightmares that hold reality together. Defeating him isn't just beating a person, it's overthrowing the very principle of imagination itself. And there are only 15 beings who have that chance. We will start with Abraxas. He is the cosmic shadow of eternity, the embodiment of destruction itself. When his prison inside eternity cracked, he spread across the multiverse, killing Galactus after Galactus and collapsing entire timelines. He isn't just powerful, he is inevitable. Where there is creation, Abraxas will rise to unmake it. Even Galactus exists mainly to keep him in check. Against Dream, Abraxas brings what Dream cannot resist: the end. Dreams may shape stories and realities through imagination, but Abraxas represents their collapse into nothingness. In the long run, the destroyer always consumes the dreamer. The second one is Oblivion, the end beyond all things. He is not death, not destruction, but the absolute nothingness that waits outside existence. In Marvel, he embodies non-existence itself, the void that swallows reality when creation ends. Unlike Galactus or Eternity, Oblivion doesn't represent balance. He represents absence. Whole universes and beings mean nothing to him because he stands outside them. Even gods and abstracts fade when Oblivion calls. Against Dream, Oblivion is an impossible opponent. Dream's entire power depends on imagination and stories, but Oblivion is the state where nothing can be dreamed. He doesn't just end reality, he ends the need for it. Against pure void, the Lord of Dreams has no ground to stand on. The third one is First Firmament. Before the multiverse, there was the First Firmament, the original singular universe. It was absolute, the first form of reality, and from it all later multiverses were born. The First Firmament clashed with its own creations, the Celestials, and when it fell, reality shattered into the countless multiverses we know today. Even shattered, its remnants remained a primal force, plotting against eternity and infinity, the very embodiment of all later existence. Against Dream, the First Firmament's strength is its sheer primacy. Dream governs imagination and stories within creation, but the First Firmament predates them all. It doesn't answer to narrative. Dream himself exists only because Firmament's fall gave rise to the multiverse. In that sense, the first cosmos can erase the storyteller by erasing the stage he stands on. Next is Eternity and Infinity. In Marvel, Eternity and Infinity are not just cosmic beings. They are the embodiment of all space, time, and possibility. Together, they represent the entire living multiverse, every universe, every timeline, every dimension. They have stood against the greatest threats to existence, including the Beyonders, Galactus, and Abraxas. To harm Eternity is to wound all of reality itself. Against Dream, their scale speaks for itself. Dream governs the stories inside existence, but Eternity and Infinity are existence. They are the totality of everything he touches. And if the multiverse itself decides to crush a dream, then even the endless cannot resist. The fifth one is the Darkest Knight. The Darkest Knight is the Batman who laughs transformed by Dr. Manhattan's power and crisis energy. With it, he stopped being Bruce Wayne and became an omniversal predator, rewriting realities to his design. He fought Perpetua, a hand-level being who shaped multiverses, and matched her blow for blow. He warped the structure of the Omniverse itself and nearly remade all of DC in his image, before only the Presence's power through Wonder Woman could stop him. Against Dream, the gap is too wide. Dream commands stories and imagination within creation, but the darkest night was rewriting creation's script. Where Dream records and governs, the darkest night seizes the pen and redraws reality. On that battlefield, Dream is outclassed. The sixth one is Cosmic Armor Superman, the Thought Robot. This Superman isn't just a Superman, he's a living thought robot built by the monitors to fight threats beyond all fiction. Powered by the ideal of Superman, he adapts endlessly and exists outside time, continuity, and dimensional limits. He defeated Mandrak the Dark Monitor, a vampire god who devours entire stories and realities. His strength is narrative itself. If the plot requires him to win, he will. Against Dream, Cosmic Armor Superman operates on a higher stage. Dream rules imagination inside the multiverse, but Cass fights beings who consume the multiverse's story from the outside. He doesn't just dream the story, he protects the page it's written on. The seventh one is Mandrak. Mandrak is not a god of creation, but a vampire of it. He is a corrupted monitor who feeds on the lifeblood of the multiverse, stories, hope, and meaning. Where beings like eternity embody reality, Mandrak devours the narrative that reality is built on. He consumed countless universes, reduced monitors to dust, and threatened the entire Overmonitor, the infinite void beyond fiction itself. Only Cosmic Armor Superman and Ultraman, fueled by narrative necessity, could hold him back. Against Dream, Mandrak is a natural predator. Dream shapes and protects stories, but Mandrak feeds on them. Every dream, every tale, every imagined world is Mandrak's food source. The Lord of Dreams cannot withstand a being whose very existence is to drain him dry. The eighth one is Molecule Man. Owen Reese, the Molecule Man, started as a man who could manipulate molecules, but his true nature was far greater. He was revealed to be a living multiversal constant, a fragment of power planted in every universe, each one capable of destroying its reality. When the Beyonders acted, Molecule Man became their weapon. One Owen could erase a universe. Countless Owens together became a chain of bombs that destroyed multiverses. At his peak, Owen's power reshaped all of Marvel during Secret Wars 2015, deciding which realities lived or died. Against Dream, Molecule Man simply operates on another level. Dream can rewrite stories, but Molecule Man can erase the canvas they're written on. Even the Endless cannot spin tales if the universe itself has been deleted. The ninth one is the Living Tribunal. He is the judge of all realities in Marvel. His role is to maintain balance across the entire multiverse, standing above eternity, infinity, and death. He has erased universes, stopped cosmic entities from threatening creation, and is treated as second only to the one above all. Even abstract beings fear his judgment. Against Dream, the Tribunal represents authority beyond stories. Dream governs imagination inside reality, but the Tribunal decides whether that reality itself should stand or fall. The storyteller cannot overrule the judge of all creation. Next is Pre-Retcon Beyonder. He is not just another cosmic entity, he exists outside the Marvel multiverse entirely. When he first appeared, he was said to surpass the Living Tribunal and Eternity combined. He casually erased death from existence, pulled every hero and villain to Battleworld, and even destroyed the multiverse just to see what would happen, then brought it back like nothing. Even Molecule Man feared him, and even the writers bowed before him. Against Dream, Beyonder's power isn't bound to imagination or narrative. He comes from beyond Marvel's rules themselves. One thought from him, and Dream is gone. The 11th one is Michael Demiurgos. He is one of the two highest archangels created by the Presence. He embodies the demiurgic power, raw creative energy itself. The Presence doesn't create directly, he channels creation through Michael. This power is so absolute that it can birth entire universes. Even Lucifer, his brother, respects Michael's sheer potential. When Michael was destroyed, his essence endured, because reality itself cannot function without him. Against Dream, Michael is untouchable. Dream may control imagination, but Michael is the engine that makes imagination real. The Dream has no chance to outmatch the power that fuels existence. And next is Lucifer Morningstar. He is Michael's twin and equal, embodying not the raw power of creation, but the will to shape it. Where Michael channels energy, Lucifer bends it to his imagination. He has created entire universes from nothing, stepped outside destiny itself, and defied even the Presence's designs. Prophecy, precognition, and fate mean nothing to him. Against Dream, Lucifer's superiority is clear. Dream governs stories, but Lucifer rewrites them. If Michael represents the power to build reality, Lucifer represents the freedom to reshape it. And Dream cannot cage rebellion itself. The 13th one is the Fulcrum, the hidden source. The Fulcrum is the power behind the Celestials, the Watchers, and countless cosmic forces in Marvel. Unlike Eternity or Infinity, who embody aspects of creation, the Fulcrum is the operator who gives them purpose. He is served by beings who themselves terrify gods, yet to him they are only agents. Even the Celestials bow before his will. Against Dream, the Fulcrum is not a participant in stories. He is the one who sets their roles. Dream rules imagination, but the Fulcrum cannot be affected by him. And next is the One Above All, the Hand of Marvel. The One Above All is Marvel's supreme being, the creator of all universes, dimensions, and laws. He exists outside the story, embodying the writers and artists who bring Marvel to life. He restored the Living Tribunal after it was killed and is omnipotent across every scale of existence. Against Dream, there is no comparison. Dream governs imagination inside creation, but the One Above All is above everything he can do. And the last one of this long list is the Presence, the god of the DC multiverse. He is the supreme being of DC, the source from which all power flows. He created Michael and Lucifer, commands the source, and exists beyond the Endless, the Spectre, and every hierarchy of heaven and hell. Every rule, every law of existence bends to him because he wrote them. No being has ever overthrown him, nor can they. Against Dream, the Presence is not another storyteller or god. He is the author of the entire DC narrative, the one Dream ultimately serves. Before the Presence, even the Endless are dust. This is the end of this video. If we missed any character who could win too, which I am sure that there are a lot of them, tell us in the comments, and don't forget to support us with a like and a follow.